Hello, and glad to have you join us on Panorama, reaching you from NTA Maiduguri Zonal Center. The Lake Chad Basin Governors Forum is a vital platform for regional cooperation, focusing on stabilization, peace building, and sustainable development in the face of complex security, humanitarian, and development challenges. Recently, the forum brought together governors from Cameroon, Chad, Niger, and Nigeria, along with stakeholders from various organizations to address the root causes of instability in the region. The forum, under the auspices of Yobe State Government, convened in Maiduguri, the Borno State capital, with the theme of promoting regional cooperation and sustainable development, marked a renewed commitment to addressing the multifaceted challenges facing the Lake Chad Basin region. Our guest today will share insights into the key resolutions reached during the forum, including strategies for promoting sustainable development, enhancing regional security, and addressing the humanitarian needs of affected communities. Stay tuned for a thought-provoking discussion on the future of the Lake Chad Basin region. I am Abubakar Musa, your guide this afternoon. Motorists across Nigeria will soon begin to experience prompt and high-quality road maintenance expected to accelerate the speed of economic prosperity. Minister of State Works, Muhammad Bello Goronyo, said this at the closing of one-day retreat for board and management of Federal Roads Maintenance Agency, FEMA, in Abuja. Zubairu Usman has more on that.
The federal government is responsible for the management of thousands of kilometers of roads across the 6 geopolitical zones in the country. With deficit in funding, key roads and highways have failed, slowing down the progress wheels. This Minister of State for Works, Mohammed Bello Goronyo, says will be a thing of the past, considering the priority given road maintenance in the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's infrastructure development agenda. The minister therefore urged the road maintenance supervisors and top management of FEMA, which is saddled with the responsibility to utilize experiences from the retreat in carrying out their duties.
Nigerians deserve the best. They deserve the best motorable roads, because without good motorable roads, we will not be able to open our economic corridors, and we will not be able to realize our potentials as a nation.
The Managing Director of FEMA, Emeka Abasi, says the agency is on the pilot seat with a clear roadmap to deliver on its mandate.
The retreat provides an excellent opportunity to discuss critical issues facing the agency.
The theme for this year's retreat is delivering the agency's mandate aligned to renewed hope agenda. Usman Zubairu, NTA News.
Babagana Umar Zulum has led a delegation of government officials from Nigeria to kickstart repatriation of 7,790 refugees in Chad Republic. The refugees, most of them indigents of Borno State, were displaced for nearly 10 years by the insurgency, which affected communities around Lake Chad Basin. Here is Mohammed Guni with the rest of the story.
The delegation, which includes the State Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Reduction, Dr. Yusuf Tanko Sanunu, and the Federal Commissioner, Chief Executive Officer of the National Commission for Refugees, Migrants and Internally Displaced Persons, was received in Bagasola by the Governor of Black Province, Saleh Hagar Tijani. In the first batch of the repatriation exercise, about 1,768 families comprising 7,790 people were returned to Nigeria. Before launching the first batch of the repatriation, the delegation attended signing of a tripartite agreement in Bagasola between governments of Nigeria, Chad, and the United Nations High Commission for Refugees. The Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, Dr. Yusuf Tanko Sununu, signed on behalf of Nigeria, the Governor of Black Province for the Republic of Chad, and UNHCR representative in Bagasola, Jeremy Malin, signed for the UN Refugee Agency.
Our major objective is to facilitate the return, and we are here to witness the first batch of the repatriation exercise. And I want to commend the federal government of Chad And I also want to most respectfully commend the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, who has given us all the necessary support in order to facilitate this voluntary return.
State Minister of Humanitarian Affairs commended Borno State Governor Babagana Umar Zulum for the leadership he has been providing in the service of the people of Borno State, describing him as a role model in terms of collaboration with the federal government and for providing all the necessary support. The delegation also comprises Head of Chancery, Nigerian Embassy in Jamena, Member Borno State House of Assembly representing Kukawa, Commissioners of Information and Local Government Affairs, and the Permanent Secretary Government House. In Maiduguri, Mohammed Goni, NTA News.
From January 27th to 30th, 2025, the Lake Chad Basin Governors Forum will bring together regional leaders, policymakers, development partners, and key stakeholders under one roof to address the present challenges and opportunities within the Lake Chad Basin region. Today, we are setting the stage for what promises to be an impactful gathering with our guest. All right, I'm afraid there is a mix-up somewhere. Today, we are honored to have the Executive Secretary, Borno State Agency for Coordination of Sustainable Development and Humanitarian Response, Dr. Babakura Mamangade, joining us to discuss the outcomes of the recent Lake Chad Basin Governors Forum held in Maiduguri. So it's actually good to have you on Panorama today.
Thank you for having me.
All right, Dr. Babakura, what were the key resolutions reached at the 5th Lake Chad Basin Governors Forum held recently in Maiduguri?
For now, substantial achievement have been recorded since in exception as the forum in May 2018. Actually, a lot of resolutions have been passed. Almost all of them are quite very okay. However, the ones that stands out are one, member states are enjoined to strategically support the multinational joint task force in its operational capacity in order to restore peace in the region. And the other resolution, of course, members are also enjoined to occupy the islands in which the terrorists are operating, so that we will going to have a kind of transporter peace. Drug trafficking, combating drug trafficking, as well as abuse of, use of arms and ammunition in the regions are also part of the resolutions. Traditional rulers are also enjoined to be in collaborative form with the governments of the respective Lake Chad region in the areas of reconciliation and reintegration. The other resolution, of course, is engaging women and youths to understand and even take part in the process of stabilization, recovery, and resilience, because engaging them will going to give a far-reaching in the achievement of the regional strategy for stabilization, recovery, and resilience. Another part of the resolution reached in the 5th Lake Chad Basin Governors Forum is the establishment of pre-trade zone to encourage trans-border trading. Apart from this, construction of road network and even rehabilitation of work in order to encourage trans-border trade is also being encouraged. So these are, I think, part of the resolutions that stands out. And last but not by any means the least among the resolutions is the resource mobilization. In that respect, a special validation and also commissioning of a project that is tagged Special Multi-Partner Delivery Fund, as well as Nexus for funding facilities, has also been established to support the funding of the stabilization of the Lake Chad Basin.
Okay, Executive Secretary, how will your agency carry out the forum's resolutions, especially in addressing, displacement and promoting sustainable development?
As far as Borno State government is concerned, the government is quite proactive by enacting policies, plans, and procedures that are directly in line with the resolution that was passed. Perhaps Borno State government is proactive in such a way that we already have a policy, state action plan on durable solution, with the principles that Borno State government will going to make commitment in terms of resettling displaced communities, as well as also the refugees that in the report, which you carried in the report, have been the refugees that we are planning to bring from the Czech Republic.
All right, sir. Can you tell us the measures the Borno State government is taking to ensure repatriated refugees receive adequate shelter, healthcare, livelihood support?
Actually, I will still take you back to the Borno State Action Plan on the durable solution for internal displacement. The durable solution for internal displacement is a document that is all-encompassing, that brings together people from all walks of life to be part and parcel of the process. In terms of provision of livelihood activities such as the food, as well as the housing and other basic necessities of life, the document is quite prepared, and Borno State government has already committed 15% of its budget in making sure that those displaced persons are being resettled effectively. So the agency for coordination is quite on the top of the matter by making sure that all the policies and even the partners and all relevant stakeholders are being brought into book so that we can be able to handle this thing amicably. So the agency is at the top of the situation, and of course we have a proactive governor who is always in charge of the situation.
That's interesting.
Yes.
Now, can you share with us the challenges local authorities are facing in reintegrating returnees, and how are they addressing the issue of security, food, and basic services?
Actually, the local authorities is not in charge of resettling people. Borno State, as far as Borno State government is concerned, the Ministry of Rehabilitation, Resettlement, and Reconciliation is in charge, and there are other agencies that are quite supporting the components, just like my Agency for Coordination, as well as State Emergency Management Agency. But local authorities are quite being involved in the process of the resettlement ab initio. So in that respect, challenges are majorly that of funding, of which it is not just a phenomenon that is found here in Nigeria, but it is a global phenomenon. So in that respect, local community plus the state government are working hand in hand in making sure that resettled communities have the basic needs, immediate needs that they want.
All right, Dr. Baba, Kura, we would also like to know, how are international organizations and humanitarian agencies working with Borno State government to support IDPs and returnees?
Actually, before His Excellency came into being as the governor of Borno State, the international community are operating on their own. So since inception, he came up with the Agency for Coordination that is responsible for coordinating the affairs of partners, that is the international organization. So Borno State Agency for Coordination is responsible for handling the partners in making sure that issues of humanitarian development, as well as even peace building, the nexus is being carried out, sustainable development. So in that respect, I believe the agency is working hand in hand with the donors and the partners to make sure that humanitarian activities take place efficiently. And it is taking place efficiently because government is taking leadership, because we, the Agency for Coordination, is responsible for making sure that they align with the state development plan.
Dr. Babakura Momangade, at this point, I'd like to say a very big thank you to you for being part of Panorama today.
Thank you very much.
We appreciate you so much. That was actually the Executive Secretary, Borno State Agency for Coordination of Sustainable Development and Humanitarian Response. Now, Borno State government has announced an increase in funding to support child nutrition initiatives in the state as part of effort to combat food insecurity and malnutrition, particularly among children under 5. Governor Babagana Umar Zulum made the announcement during a high-level roundtable discussion on scaling up the Tom Brown nutrient-dense product organized by Borno State government in collaboration with the United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO, in Abuja. Mohammed Guni will now tell us more.
Tom Brown is a locally produced food supplement designed to address malnutrition among children under 5 and lactating mothers. Governor Zulum revealed plans to establish a Tom Brown production facility in the state to enhance food and nutrition security, empower farmers, and create job opportunities.
This initiative marks a significant milestone in our efforts to combat malnutrition, strengthen food security, and create sustainable economic opportunities for our people. As we gather here today, let us be reminded of the critical food security challenges facing not only Borno State but the entire child-bearing region.
Professor Zulum assured the gathering that Borno State government will increase its funding portfolio to the Child Nutrition Basket Fund, reaffirming his administration's commitment to tackling malnutrition as part of a broader strategy to enhance social and economic resilience. He noted that Borno State has been at the forefront of initiatives designed to strengthen food security, including the Tom Brown programs in collaboration with FAO and other development partners. The governor called on the federal government and relevant agencies to support nutrition-sensitive policies and prioritize locally produced food supplements in alignment with the 2025 Humanitarian Response Plan, which emphasizes the need for integrated multi-sectoral interventions to address food insecurity and malnutrition in Borno and across the Northeast. In Maiduguri, Mohammed Goni, NTA News.
The Coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Professor Muhammad Ali Pati, says Africa must take ownership of its research and innovation to address the continent's pressing health challenges, noting that African countries that presently spend far less than 1% of their GDP on scientific research must harness their young scientific talents, biodiversity and health data through strategic investments, stronger regulatory frameworks, and an ecosystem that supports homegrown innovation. Speaking at the 10th anniversary of the Africa Research Excellence Fund, AREF, in Banjul, the Gambia, Coordinating Minister Pati reaffirmed Nigeria's commitment under the leadership of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to strengthening research and healthcare systems, highlighting the government's ongoing efforts to build research institutions, enhance regulatory capacity, and support innovations that will improve health outcomes and create economic opportunities. Professor Pati also announced that Nigeria will appoint a liaison within the Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare to facilitate collaboration with AREF, ensuring that Nigerian researchers benefit from the network's expertise and advancement opportunities.
The scientists, some of whom have now come through RF, and many others, and will continue to be the
Panorama shortly. Former President Olusegun Obasanjo, Sultan of Sokoto, Co-Chairman Nigeria Interfaith Council and President Christian Association of Nigeria, CAN, have urged Nigerians to use both religions as vehicles of tolerance and unity among the citizens. This was at the World Interfaith Harmony Week Conference and Award in Ibadan, an event organized to foster peace and understanding among diverse faith communities in the country. Ayomiku Ajibola covered the event and now reports.
Aim to promote interfaith dialogue and foster a culture of peace, tolerance, and cooperation among diverse faith and belief, the gathering also seeks to address the challenge posed by religious intolerance towards promoting a homogeneous coexistence. Speakers at the event, including former President Olusegun Obasanjo, former Speaker, House of Representatives Yakubu Dogara, Sultan of Sokoto, among others, reiterated that it is the collective responsibility of all Nigerians to ensure that the nation enjoys peace.
Religion must teach, preach, and inculcate love in the adherents or practitioners.
We must work together to build bridges of understanding, respect, and compassion.
It's a clarion call on all of us to be tolerant with each other. And this is what even our different religions preach.
Religious literacy would help us to see that actually what unites us is greater than what divides us. We cannot deny the fact that there is an exceptional level of brotherhood and solidarity across people of all these faiths in Nigeria.
An award of Apostle of Peace was presented to these eminent Nigerians and some traditional worshippers in recognition of their contributions to the promotion of national peace and progress in the country. In Ibadan, Ayomiku Ajibola, NTA News.
Bola Ahmed Tinubu has felicitated with Dr. Kayode John Fayemi at his 60th birthday. The president said their relationship with Dr. Kayode dates back to pre-democracy movement. The president wishes him continued health and fulfillment in the years ahead. For stories trending in the sporting world, let's now join Suleiman Musa.
Remo Stars have continued their unbeaten run in the Nigerian Premier Football League, taking a commanding lead at the top of the table by beating Kano Pillars 2-1 in the MPFL Saturday's game. 3SC also beat Bendel Insurance by a lone goal as Nasarawa United lost to El Kanemi Warriors by the same goal margin. For Sunday's fixtures, it will be Niger Tornadoes against Plateau United. Abia Warriors take on Sunshine Stars. Defending champions, Rangers, will be away to Bayelsa United. Rivers United holds struggling Lobi Stars. Akwa United renew rivalry against Eyimba, and Ikorodu City battles Kwara United. Still on football, El Kanemi Warriors have strengthened their squad with the signing of 4 new players. The new signings, which include forward Loki Vandi, a striker from Sunshine Stars, and goalkeeper Jerry Isaac, who joins from Nasarawa United. The Borno Army also secured the services of Chris Conti, a striker from an Abuja-based academy, and Mohamed Bangura, who arrives from Sierra Leone. With their eyes set on continental sport, El Kanemi Warriors are currently 4th in the league standings with 35 points. Elsewhere, the 5th round of the English FA Cup play Saturday saw Brighton come from behind to beat Chelsea 2-1 to eliminate the Blues from the FA Cup 4th round and damage Chelsea's quest for a silverware this season as Manchester City had to labour for a 2-1 win against League One side Leyton Orient. Newcastle, already in the Carabao Cup final, beat Birmingham City 3-2. Alex Iwobi's Fulham also edged Wigan Athletic 2-1. Everton lost 2-0 to Bournemouth, and Championship side Burnley beat Southampton 1-0. And finally, the new FIFA Club World Cup trophy is still touring Africa as part of the tournament's build-up ahead of kick-off, with only months to go before top African clubs compete against the best in the world at the FIFA Club World Cup in the United States. The newly expanded club football competition will feature 4 formidable African contenders: Al Ahly of Egypt, Esperance of Tunisia, Mamelodi Sundowns of South Africa, and Wydad AC of Morocco. Former African champions Mamelodi Sundowns hosted the trophy's first stop in Africa on Thursday, January 8, where it was received by club officials. The next stop of the FIFA Club World Cup Trophy's African trip is Cairo, Egypt on Monday, before a trip to Tunisia and Morocco. With Sport Update, Suleiman Musa, NTA News.
That's Panorama today from NTA Maiduguri Zonal Network Center. From myself, Abubakar Musa, and the whole team is to enjoy the rest of the weekend.